Here's a quick primer on the few basic things you're going to use the most in the Cedar Lake Conservancy website hosted by minnesotawaters.org. This is what most WordPress websites look like. They have modifications beyond this, but this is a basic one. Spots you're going to use the most, you're going to use the left-hand side to navigate. I never really use posts. Media shows you everything that has been uploaded to the site. So here's all your pictures and PDFs and whatnot, though I rarely ever use this link to get to them. You'll find other ways to do that. I do use pages a lot, so pages, and you can click on all pages or add a new page, but generally I just go and click on the main one, pages. You're going to see every page in the site listed alphabetically. There is a page 2 here in the bottom right hand corner or on the top right hand corner, but you can jump into whatever page you want to look at. So if we want to see the home page, I go and click on the main topic here. You can click edit and quick edit and trash and view, but they mostly do the same thing, so I always just click on the main tag. Once you're inside, you'll see something that looks a little bit like a word or word processing area. This is what you use to craft your message. As you go through here, you'll see bold, italic, bullets, so on. If you hover over it, it tells you what it does, so it's pretty simple to figure most of that out. You won't see a font size. That's going to be done with the paragraph headings over here, the styles. So if I wanted to highlight this, if I want to change the size, your best option is to come in and pick a new layer style, paragraph style. That's going to take care of that for you. So instead of trying to go in and bold, italic, and find a different way to raise the size, do it that way. It's the best way to go. Another side note that's a little unique to this system I found out is if you want to center the top text, if I do this, it will not display correctly. I need to hold shift and hit return at the same time and put a little subspace up top. That will center it correctly when you view it in the actual home page. So remember that if you want to center the top line, add a return. And also notice that I hit shift when I did that. If I hit, let me go down here, if I just hit return, it puts a space in between. If I hit shift return, it creates a new line, and that's what you want to do in a situation like that. Let's move this back. There we go. The idea of inserting a picture. So I talked about adding the media tag up top. I use it from inside of a page, so the add media is right here. So if I come down here, hit the regular return button, I get the nice big space. I'm going to add something in. I go up to add media, and once again, if I hit the media library, it's going to show me everything that's already on the site. So if I wanted to reuse a graphic or PDF, I'm on here. However, if I want to do something new, I'll make sure I'm on upload files. I can select and navigate, or I could just drag a file on and it will go ahead and upload. So let's assume I uploaded something. It's going to show up over here. I click on it. It's going to tell me the information about the page. I can change the titles, add captions, and so on. For the most part, though, you can just click Insert into Page, and it drops it right in. I'm going to delete that because we don't need that in there. And I'll actually, it doesn't matter because I'm not going to hit Update, so it's not going to change anything on the page. Down below, I don't change anything. Don't do anything with the SEO portion of it. Everything happens right here. You'll also see at the top there's a visual page, which is what you're working on now. There's also a text page. If you click on text, this brings you into the HTML code. I use this sometimes to change things. If you don't understand HTML, you're probably just going to want to avoid this unless you find a nice spot to copy and paste something from a web to add something in. So you'll stay on the visual tag for that. When you're all done, you click update. It goes ahead and it's going to change the page so it's visual to everybody else, visible to everyone else. If I simply leave the page, so I'm going to click back on media, it didn't make any changes on. So when I go back in, I go back to my home page, you see the photo's gone because I did not hit the update button. Sometimes it gives you a warning and tells you that you haven't updated, do you really want to leave the page? And just click yes, I want to leave. As we keep moving down, the next one you're going to go under is appearance. Under appearance, you have menus. If you were to ever make a new page, so remember under pages there's new page. If you ever made a new page, it will automatically add it to the menu. It's going to put it at the bottom down here. You then need to organize it. Organizing is very simple in this system. It's literally just drag, and it changes things around. Now you'll also notice as I drag, if I indent, That's how I create a subpage. So now if I were to go back to the main website, if I hovered over the history button, I would also have donations show up after I hovered over it. It wouldn't be there normally. By keeping it on the outside, it's its own button. That's why when you look at administrative on the website, you have the drop down. It has all these additional options that are all underneath there. Once again, you can reorder things with a quick drag, and you can make subs of subs if you wanted. So it's all done by dragging things around. Once again, you need to make sure and hit save when you're done to see those changes made. Other thing you might change is header. If you go under header, your header is your main photo. At the side, you'll see it tells you what size they like, 960 by 250 pixels. And you can just click add new image and upload a new image. It would go into this section here, and then you would hit save. That's how you change that one. As I'm making changes to the site, one thing I find useful is to have the actual site open at the same time. So if you go up to visit site, it takes you there. However, in my case, I right click or two-finger click, and I bring up the option to open the link in the new tab so that I can look at the site on one tab and look at my editing spot on the other tab. Otherwise, it takes a long time to load each page every time you want to back out and move back and forth. Because I could go back to edit page here, but I have to wait for that to load every time I do it. So just to keep something to keep in mind, it makes workflow a lot faster. All right, that is the basics of it. There's not much else you're going to use for the basic site. Pages is where you're going to spend most of your time updating the individual pages, and then you might come down to appearance to change a menu or a header on occasion. Most of the rest of the stuff you are not going to touch. All right, good luck.